The full cave update is finally here. Hopefully they didn't add anything that can defeat me. Today I'm going to unlock new advancements, discover new biomes, explore the amazing caves, and defeat 80 withers at once so they don't destroy my entire world. Looks like we got a bit of snow today. But right now I have quite a big problem. Right here I have a mob switch which has 81 withers all in a single block. And tomorrow the new update comes out, which means all this bedrock is going to get removed and these withers released. So I'm going to attempt to defeat them. Look at it, it's like a lightning storm here. But if I... Yes, entity cram... Oh no. Oh no. Okay. This is either going to work or not. By the way, this whole thing's getting destroyed. It's a sad moment. Goodbye to this mob switch. It's got to get destroyed. Entity cramming right now is working. Hey, look at that. We can get some hits on him as well. I tell you what, this is like just a free wither killer. There goes one. Oh, they're all dropping like flies now. Look at them. Oh my goodness. How many nether stars did I just get? Look at this. This is insane. That is so cool. I got 83. There was 83 there. And this trunk loader can also be turned off forever. And a new mob switch needs to be created. Except for this one, I'm going to use shulkers. This right here is a shulker farm that will keep getting me loads of them. And whilst I wait for all of them to summon, I'm going to explore the world and find another notch apple. And to get back to my house, I can use the super speed tunnel that I built. I've flown very far away, so let's build a portal and start searching. A desert has been spotted. Here's the first of the pyramids. And as expected, nothing really useful. And now I'm in the second one, different place, same result. Oh, but the third one, well, the third one has been very successful indeed. Oh, wow, okay, well, that was quicker than expected. To be honest, my luck when it comes to notch apples is pretty insane. And you know what else is insane, guys? The amount of people that are subscribing to my channel. So if you're one of those people, thank you so much. And if you're new, then go ahead and please subscribe. I promise you that you won't regret it. And in the meantime, I'm going to go back home. Although on the way back, I have found a treasure bastion. And it's in places like these that you can find notch apples. Okay, it doesn't look like we have, but we have got a netherite ingot, which is nice. I've also got to be so careful with the brutes. Yeah, let's just grab that. Okay, and now we're in the lava. I think I'll just fly out of here. And now I'm going to get these elytra repaired. All the shulkers I need are pouring in. I'm going to keep the notch apples in my inventory. Somebody commented saying, you know, they're useless if they're just kept in the chest. And I guess I kind of agree. You know, one day I might need them. So whilst they continue generating, I'm going to head to the area around spawn known as the lazy chunks, which is where I'm going to build the new mob switch. And I'm going to be controlling this mob switch wirelessly, which means wherever I am, I'll be able to turn it off and on, which is going to be pretty cool. Right here is where the spawn chunks end, and over here is where the lazy chunks end. So for this farm, if I want this mob switch to be turned off, I need to push the shulkers into these chunks. And if I want it on, then the shulker needs to be here. Seems pretty foolproof to me. And once this mob switch is complete, I will then be upgrading to 1.18, which I cannot wait for to come out tomorrow. Well, it's tomorrow for me. It's about 5 days ago when you're actually seeing this. And one item that's going to be helpful for all this is a load of sand. Also, if I only just noticed this now, there's just literally a massive floating rock with a waterfall coming out of here. Why have I never seen this before? Looks kind of epic if you ask me. And I have all the items that I need in these two shulker boxes. And it would also appear that the bulb in my light is broken, so you're going to have to watch me play in the dark. So the position I build this mob switch is obviously going to have to be very specific. And it needs to be quite high up so that the shulkers can't teleport away. So I think it's time I start building this thing. Down here is the lever that will turn it off and on. And we're going to make a row of concrete up here. There's going to be a row of pistons along here. And I also managed to find a spare light so you can see me a bit better now. This side will also have pistons and a load of glass all around. And then I repeat this build 4 more times above. And that is every layer complete. Now I just need to spawn proof the whole thing. And all the buttons on the outside are done. Now to add the inside ones. The next thing to be done is add a railway track for the shulkers. That has an activator rail on the end, which is the thing that will eject the shulker. Next I'll grab some invisibility. And then I can send in a shulker. And it looks like he went in perfectly, which means it's time to get loads and loads more. And now to send about 80 more through. I have to say, it is filling up nicely. I've noticed that every single one has been filled except for this bottom row. I'm guessing they can't actually reach here. So it's time to solve that problem. And oh my goodness, what's going on? Why are they all attacking? Whoa, guys, you can't see me. If you damage a shulker near another shulker, they all get angry. I forgot about that. And now I should be able to fill the rest of the slots. And now all the slots have been filled and the switch is complete. Next, I'm going to destroy all the rails. And all my items are pretty broken now, so I'm going to go and repair them. Guys, it's here. It is here. The update is out. Beneath my world right now are brand new caves to explore. Not to mention the fact that we've got brand new achievements to go for and brand new biomes to discover. So first things first, let's see what the bottom of the world is like. I've gone down to bedrock in some places. So yeah, you can see the bedrock has become deep slate. Also, Optifine for this isn't out yet, so I can't do any zooming in, unfortunately. We have to rely on actual editing. Just look at it. I mean, are there any actual accesses to caves down here? Doesn't seem like it there. Let's go and have a look at the void base, see what's happened to that. It looks like it extends all the way down. Hold on a second. Wait, what's happened here? Hold on. I don't really want to go down here. It's actually a good way to access some caves here, but Oh, all the shulkers are angry. Oh my goodness. Let's just have a little... Oh, I'm getting hit as well, but... I just want to see, guys. Look at them. They've all just teleported onto the side. There are the boats. They just need to go in the void, don't they? And there's new diamonds that have generated. Kind of cool. Just imagine, if this goes wrong, I could die. I could die on day 2400. I've got to make sure I actually successfully fly upwards here. And time for a sad moment that I didn't think about. My guardian farm is no longer going to be as efficient as it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's very useful that I now have space to dig below here. But there's going to be mobs spawning underneath me, which is going to really slow down the rates. Let's see if I can actually find any caves down here. Yeah, so we'll have a little dig down. Well, I made it down here. We seem to have found a dungeon. Let's light that up so it's disabled. And did I get the new music disc? No, okay. There is a new music disc around somewhere. But yeah, any caves like this are going to have to be lit up to fully get the rates of my guardian farm. But it is very cool to see it connect up to caves. More exploration is needed. Something I won't need is that dripstone farm, because somewhere out here are entire dripstone caves. Guys, I think we found new chunks, and already, how cool does this look? A ruin portal inside a mountain cave. That is insane. Go on, give me something good. Well, you know what? I'll take it. And look at this. How amazing is this? So what biome are we in right now? We're in a grove biome. Okay, are we? This is a grove? We're in frozen peaks. Look at this. What is that? It looks like some kind of animal somewhere first, but look at it. It's just like a... packed up. My goodness, I am impressed. And apparently this is a meadow. Now, if I get a jukebox, then that is a potential advancement, and we're going straight into a new cave. I've already seen bits of the caves in my Ocean Only World video, but that does include stuff like the Lush Caves. Yes, it looks like I found one. Is it the world's smallest one? Oh, you can get clay down here as well. That's cool. Okay, this is very nice. Because these are the new driplets. I don't think I've actually got any of these either before in my world. So you stand on them and they fall. It just makes the caving experience so much nicer. So will these get picked up with Silk Touch? They will. Okay, what about just mine them normally? Okay, you just mine them. And there's still dripstone caves to be discovered. And I found the diamonds. Okay, that's what I was mainly looking for. Let's mine up. Is it literally 2? Okay, no, there's a few more behind here. And now look. Now this is the kind of things I wanted to see. Well, axolotls, you look much better now that you're in a proper cave like this. Look at this. A cave that you can fly around with your elytra. Just how amazing does this look? Time to keep exploring. Oh, I see. So if you see one of these trees on the surface, you know there's a lush cave beneath you. Also, just realised I could make a jukebox, but I have no CD. Don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. Oh, look at this. Into the cave. Through a ravine. More drip leaves, don't mind if I do. And a creeper, don't ruin the day. And fish? Wait, there's tropical fish in caves. Just when you think you've seen it all, you get blown away even more. Ravines are certainly a lot cooler than they used to be. And I've also found a mine shaft which looks very cool. And that's connected to a spawner, which unfortunately doesn't have the music disc in. Apparently the music disc is just as rare as a notch apple, which is crazy. Right here, there's a chest with absolutely unbelievably good loot. I wish that was actually the case. Look at this. Okay, we've got another one. You know, you just never know. This is why I check every ruin portal. Notch apple number 22. And now I found another new biome, the Dripstone Caves. My days of not being able to get loads of dripstone are finally over. And now to dive deeper in search of dungeons. Still no disc. Didn't realise they added cave chickens in this update. Another amazing mine shaft. Finding diamonds on this is just basically easy mode. Another dungeon and not the right music disc. So it's time for plan B, which is to head back home, grab a load of blaze rods as well as ender pearls, to then go in search of new strongholds. Also, I'm going to actually switch the mob switch on this time, because in strongholds, these altar chests have a higher chance of the music disc. That might be the most OP book I have ever seen. And all 4 chests have been searched, not one in this stronghold. Here's stronghold number 2. Coupled with a mine shaft and some very random floating rails. Diamonds but no disc, and nothing in any of these 4 chests. Just found a brand new biome, the Snowy Slopes, which is right next to the frozen peaks. It would seem that we found a meadow. So if I mine this tree, craft a jukebox, and play a random disc, yeah, we got an advancement. I forgot that the song 13 is a weird one. I'm just going to leave it here for all eternity. 3rd stronghold has also been unsuccessful. Same for the 4th one, and the 5th one, the 6th. And in the 7th stronghold, we finally got it. Was it worth all of that effort? I have no idea. I've travelled tens of thousands of blocks, as you can see on the coordinates. But the cool thing about searching strongholds is that I can just fill in the eyes and then I'll be able to get home really, really fast. Now to use the super speed tunnel, and now to see what the disc sounds like. Yeah, you know what? I like that. That's a pretty good sounding one. Look at that beat drop. Yes, I like that a lot. Yeah, that's good. You know what? We're going to keep that playing. One advancement I'm missing is to trade with a villager at the build height. I can see it being a real challenge getting one up there, but I'm still going to do it. Although I will need a bit more kelp to make this work. And I might as well use one of these villagers so that I have a bit of a 100 block head start. And now the dirt tube is complete. Here I'll build a platform, place some water, and then add the kelp to make it work. Now this will be working perfectly. So I just need a baby villager. Whilst I wait for that, let's make this a little bit safer. With this setup, the villager up here will be completely safe. I don't trust trust most of them to just try and walk off, you see. And we have a baby villager, perfect. What a time to sleep. I'm trying to send you up there to the middle of nowhere. I hope you enjoyed your nap, because it's about to get a bit wild for you. Yes, this is your new home. I'll try and get a friend for you, though. Oh my goodness. You stupid villager. I let him get out. Oh no, I've let him escape. And he's gone down. Yeah, I shouldn't have touched these trapdoors. I know I promised you a friend, but there's been a slight problem. He'll now have to work as a farmer for the rest of his life. I've just noticed a panda's gone missing in here. Just in case it was through drowning, I'm going to block this up. That brown panda's too rare to lose. Also going to add text to these signs so that I know where they lead. This guy can't be too far off growing up. Here's a composter for when you do. Still waiting for that baby villager to grow up. So it's time to MLG from build height all the way to bedrock. This is probably going to go wrong. Also, please let me buy some bread, good sir. Here we go. We got the Star Trader. Now to get a bucket, and I'm ready to do the jump. Although before I do that, let me just go and get some magma. Then place it right here so I can suck the villager downwards. And then place a block right here so he doesn't get hurt. Alright, you've got to get out of here now, mate. Okay, that's it. Don't go back in. What are you doing? Stay out of there. You're banned. You're crazy. He needs to lie down after all of that. Me too, mate. Me too. And now you can create another baby villager that can go and live up there instead. Alright, enough stalling. It's time to take on the ultimate MLG. Okay, yeah, let's just do this, okay? I landed it! Yes, I actually landed it! Let's go! Is there anything that I can't do? And I think right about now would be a good time to mend my elytra. And now everything is healed up. And to get the next advancement, there's still 2 more biomes that I need to find. One of them is the windswept gravelly hills. And the other one is the flower forest, which I have now found. I thought I'd found the flower forest in the past, but apparently not. Or maybe the update messed it up and I had to find it again. But also, look at the cool pillager outpost on top of a mountain. Now to track down a stronghold, so then I can use the portal to get home much faster. It's definitely better than flying 20,000 blocks. And once again, these elytra need repairing. And since I still can't turn the mob switch off remotely, the gold farm is still my best XP farm at the moment. And for my next project, I'm going to grab a load of lava, and then I can place all of the lava along here. And I want this lava strip in total to be 50 blocks long. Looking very good. Now to build a portal, then make a portal that links to it. Now to jump on the strider, and this is Smiler, and try and ride him through here. Now, will he fit? He will, but okay, it's a little bit painful for me. SB, how did you die in your hardcore world? Oh, I was riding a strider and it killed me. I couldn't think of a worse way to go. Right, you've got in there. I'll join you on the other side. Oh, where are... What? Oh, you're on the lava chilling. And I'm pretty sure if I just go along here... Look at him, he's so happy. Did we do it? Okay, something went wrong. I'm going to make this a bit longer. There we go, we finally got it. I don't know what I was doing wrong the other times, but I just kept going backwards and forwards. And now Smiler can live down here for all eternity. He's going to love it. And when I downgraded my world to get this OP armor, I lost a bunch of advancements, so I'm going to get them back, such as collecting honey, look at a ghast, and a parrot, bucket up an axolotl, hit the bullseye on a target block. Okay, I kind of cheated and used a trapdoor for that one. And since the update has ruined my guardian farm for now, I'm going to spend some time expanding the cactus farm. And now I've just finished building another 3 layers, which gives me 23 in total. Pretty crazy indeed. Next, I'm going to swim back home, top up these shulker boxes, then head to the desert to grab a load of sand. I've been in this desert for hours, mining loads and loads of sand, and then this guy comes in offering to sell me some. You know where we are. We've got sand all around. I don't need to. Actually, yeah, I'm going to buy some. Probably my biggest waste of money ever. Next, I can smelt lots of the sand, then I can grab some of the glass and add it to these layers up here. Next, I want to get this advancement again, which includes breeding some bees, some goats, donkeys, and I also need a mule, a couple of hoglins. That one was painful. And finally, some striders. And there we go. We got the achievement. Next, I'm going to take out an endermite. And now to create a cartographer, so I can get a woodland mansion map, fly all of the way there. Then I can swoop on in and take out a vex. Might as well grab another totem while I'm here as well. Okay, I know I have burned down a mansion before, but I promise you, this time it wasn't me. They built that house on a lava lake. How stupid can you get? I feel like sleeping in a burning building just reminds me of that meme. The only mob left for me to take out is the ender dragon, but I don't want to spawn one of them in just yet. Because when I downgraded my world, it broke a load of things. And I think because of that, I might be able to get another ender dragon egg. So that's something I'll be testing in another episode. I'll just very quickly get light as a rabbit. And also the healing power of friendship. I also don't want to leave behind the very rare blue axolotl. And until I get a thunderstorm or summon the ender dragon, I can't do any more advancements. I'm going to build another wireless receiver, but on this one, I just need to make a slight adjustment. The block goes here, the piston right there, and the observer like this. It should all work fine now. But before the wireless redstone can happen here, there first needs to be some chunk loaders. This portal will link to this portal, and then this portal will link to this one. Very, very simple indeed. Now I'm going to nip back home and grab a bunch of different items that I will need. Right here, I'm going to build a T flip-flop. Yes, I'm getting all technical now. Then a row of redstone torches is going to go up, which will replace this lever. And you'll see now that if I press this button, it will toggle that redstone torch on and off. And so now I've set up this system, you can see the torch is currently off. If I send an item through like that, you'll see the torch turns off. If I then send another item, the torch turns back on. So that is our system to turn the mob switch on and off. Next I need some minecart hoppers and a few rails, and these go underneath the portals, so when an item comes through it will end up in this dropper. Same thing on this side, and the final 2 portals are ready as well. Just need a load of nuggets in there and also here. And now in theory when I place this torch, this piston over here should push this block. So let's do that. We can then break it, and of course being the idiot that I am, I forgot to put hopper minecarts underneath here, so it's time for take 2, and this time it looks like it's worked. Yes, the piston is extended. It was actually really fast. I'll have this torch here and it will actually control the machine, but not until the wireless redstone is finished. And to build that, I'm going to need to clear a bit more space and go and gather more resources. I've actually gone away and done a little bit of research and testing. And in 1.18, there's a few issues and bugs with wireless redstone, so I'm just going to hang fire and wait till the next video to do any of that. By then, they will have tested it a bit more and ironed out all the problems. And instead, I'm going to go in search of something. Something that will allow me to create a brand new farm. Or at least rebuild an old farm that didn't work. Found some diamonds, but that's not what I'm looking for. I managed to find a cave and even more diamonds. I told you, it's just way too easy in this version. Wow, there was a dripstone cave beneath my house all along. I traveled thousands and thousands of blocks to find the other one, but that's also not what I'm looking for. Instead, I am searching for an amethyst geode, because then I'll have one that constantly works whenever I'm at my house, unlike the other one, which just doesn't work at all because I'm never in the area. And for farms like that, chunk loaders are useless. You need to have a player in the area. Thankfully, the caves are massive, so I have a pretty good chance of finding one. Now, this to me does not look like the same thing. Is it smooth basalt? Let's have a little look. Yes, it is. Okay, so if we mine in here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we've got an amethyst geode. Perfect. I'm gonna be careful I don't break anything like any of the budding amethyst, but this, yes, it's going to get me in. Turns out I could have just walked around the corner and got in that way, but it doesn't matter. This looks perfect to me for the job. Time to mine away all of the blocks around it. The good thing about digging it all out is that I'm also uncovering ones that I couldn't see before, which will make it even more efficient than I first thought. I've chiseled out a big part of the roof as well. That way I'll have space for any of the redstone or pistons that I need. And right here is going to be the way for me to get up and down to this farm. And before I'm happy with the mining, I just need to dig out this floor a little bit lower. And now to head back home and get lots and lots of pistons. And now comes the fun task of adding pistons all over this. And even though I haven't placed all the pistons yet, I'm going to add some redstone. And now if my calculations have been correct, every single piston should extend. It all worked except for this right here, and I'm guessing it's because it's of the glass block. If we just change that, yeah, they all work now. And I already got a few of these amethyst shards from that. A lot of these lower down ones aren't really feasible because of the hoppers that will be in the way. So I'm going to grab a bunch of hoppers and add them to some of the areas around the farm. And with that, I think every single piston is hooked up. Now to dig out more of the floor, then I can add water in the corners, which will pick up the shards that the hoppers over there don't. Then all the items will get pushed into this central point right here, where I can add a hopper that will pick it all up. Look at that, more diamonds I found just randomly doing this. And I can also connect this hopper system up. Let's also use polished deep slate to make some stairs and have them going up here. And now I'm going to grab the items I need to make a hopper clock. This is a hopper clock that's going to go off every 180 minutes. That should give the amethyst shards plenty of time to grow. What on earth? I've got glow squids in my farm. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I suppose it doesn't really matter. And I also just realized I forgot something. A load of chests. To be honest, if I manage to get 2 double chests worth of shards, I'll be very impressed by this farm. Let's also get some torches down, you know, bring the area to life, maybe even stop some glow squids from spawning. And now to build the hopper clock. Didn't take long at all. All the redstone is set up for this timer. I just need a load of items to put in it. And because I get loads of them very fast, I think nuggets are the best thing for that. As you can see right here, this is full, this is empty, and this right here, when it fills up every minute, will then allow 1 item to move across there. So this counts every minute, and this is how many minutes I want in total. And then every 3 hours, the whole thing will harvest. And apparently some pistons will get stuck. Why has that happened? I'm not really sure, but I've realized that that isn't really a good way to power them anyway. That's much better. Yeah, that was definitely what was causing the issues. And another thing, it's not just an amethyst farm, it's also a glow squid farm. Yes, look at this. You know what? Maybe I could actually turn it into a glow squid farm that's a bit faster. This is all very hypothetical, but if I grab some magma, if I add strips of magma around, will the glow squids then get damaged by it? And it'll speed things up. You see, that one's kind of drowning because it's tried to swim out. It looks as if it's working. It is taking damage, and then it dies, and I get the glowing. But I think for them to spawn, it also has to be quite dark. So lighting things up did slightly mess it up. Also, I realized I'm not actually harvesting what's here, so I need to sort that out. But just doing something like this should solve that problem. And next, I'm going to need a load of signs. I'll just make oak ones since those are the easiest ones to get. Now, I'll place some water right there and get all of these signs down. And now they are all down. Glow squids are still spawning. And there goes the ink into the thing. It's going to pop into this chest any moment. Who knew, eh? You build an amethyst farm and you end up getting more squid stuff than anything else. Now to grab a bunch of kelp and also craft some deep slate slabs. And so let's unfreeze this, and I will temporarily stick a block over the top of it just so that it doesn't freeze again. I've ended up having to replace it completely. Once it is a bubble column, it won't be able to freeze, so that's fine. And at the bottom here, I want to add a couple of slabs that are waterlogged like this. We can also get more water there. That way I can still walk in them like kind of fine. But when I, there's no chance of me taking fall damage either. I actually quite like this design, it's kind of a bit of a floor accessory, if you like. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go and get all this kelp down. Now they are all placed. Let's drop back down, break all of you, and that makes this farm well and truly complete. And in about 10 episodes time, I'll have enough shards to actually build something with it. And since my pickaxe is a little bit worse for wear now, I'm going to repair it right here. And for my next project, I'm going to build a copper farm, which means gathering up a load of resources. And whilst I was gathering the resources, I just remembered something else I forgot to do, and that was to cover these hoppers here with composters. It just helps reduce lag that little bit more. I'm also out of stone for this build, so I'm gonna have to get a load more of that. And now all of this will be enough. And now everything I need is in these two shulker boxes, except for one more thing. And that thing that I'm missing is pumpkins. So I can grab a load of these from this farm. I should really make a dedicated pumpkin farm rather than take them from the bone meal farm though. I've got 51 so far, so I might as well just start carving them all, which is easily done with some shears. Don't know what to do with all these seeds, so I might as well just compost them. And at long last, I've got all of them. Now we're going to go up into the sky and begin building this. And then I'm going to grab all these items and start off with the sorting system. That's going to be made up of chests and hoppers like this. And this right here will pick up all of the copper. Now to make a little U shape around this with glowstone here. And to be honest, I actually need a little bit more scaffolding. So I'll very quickly swim back home and grab some more. And next I'll add some blocks in this kind of shape so it looks like that. And then I'll add some redstone, which will turn this into an auto storage system to sort the different items. Since the only items we want going into the chests are the copper. Looks like it's just started snowing, which is kind of a bit annoying, but I can go to sleep. And doing that has stopped the snow. Now let's set up the hopper filters. Also, the noise this dropper is doing me head in, so I'm just going to mine it up for a little bit. Now to add some trapdoors, some gates, and finally a cobweb. We have to put this back now, and then I'm going to have water here. If I just turn the block sounds off, then it's much quieter now. Now we're going to make a bit of a place for lava, so we're going to have a gate there, a gate there, a gate here, finally one there. And because they're warped fence gates, they won't burn. But if I accidentally walk into it, I will burn. Now to add more hoppers and some magma blocks and some hopper minecart storage. And then I'll use a piston to push these blocks into the hopper minecarts. Now for some walls, more blocks and trapdoors. And now to build the branches that are going to push the drowns along, which has cobwebs to slow them down. Next to add a bunch of fence gates and open them all up. Finally, I need a roof and a load of trapdoors. Now once there's the water, that's what will turn them into drowned. Next I built a big long platform which has chains along here like this. And now to add the walls. And now finally the roof to spawn proof it. And now this side of the farm is done, so I need to add some snow golems. And also place these blocks back. I'm not sure what happened there. These golems are going to be trapped by trapdoors. Maybe that's the reason that they actually call them trapdoors. And these bits are all going to be split up into sections. Now let's mine up all of the dirt and do the exact same thing on the other side. And with that, the first half of the farm is done. And now to repeat the exact same thing on the other side. And now both sides are complete. And so the final thing I must do is add the snow golems. It's going to be 3 in each slot. And I've come to realise that this bit is going to be a little bit more annoying than I first thought. As you can see, there's going to be a lot of golem casualties and they're just going to turn up anywhere. And once they're all safely in, they're going to have slabs placed on top of them. Just to make sure that they definitely don't escape. That's 2 of the sides done, with 2 still to go. And whilst it's still dark, I do need to try and trap some mobs in this farm. And so to do that, I'm first going to turn off this mob switch like that. Then I'm going to lower my render distance and simulation distance. And yeah, I left it a little bit too late tonight, so I'll just get back to adding snow golems. Although due to all the casualties, I've still got one more thing to fill up, and I need more snow and more pumpkins. Hang on a minute, well, I nearly didn't survive, but these guys all somehow survived that massive drop. How does that work? I've no idea, but I'll leave them to roam freely down there. And in the meantime, this farm is jammed up because there's a piece of redstone missing here, so okay, maybe it's worse than that. Although I do seem to have fixed it now, which is good. I don't know why would a snow golems wandered down here. You know what? You can just stay here. Although it did work to my advantage because I could pick up loads of pumpkins, which is the main thing that I need. The other thing I need is more snow, which I can get loads of from here. And so now it is time to get back to work. There we go. They're all in, so I'm glad that's over. And we've got mobs spawning on my platform. I think everything's ready. I'll just send him in there. And now these snow golems are going to be throwing snowballs, which will then utilize the reinforcement mechanics. And so that this platform over here doesn't become a problem in the future, I'm going to make sure that it is well lit up. These snowball throwers are pretty noisy, but now when I take out the drowns, all the junk is going to get disposed of into the lava, and any copper that I will get will end up in here. And we've got 1 day left, so I'm going to see just how much copper I can get from this short period of time. And I've even already got 20 to begin with, so that's really good. And hopefully a lot more after this. And the sun has now set. And I've got over a stack of copper, which isn't bad for only like 10 minutes. And only one half of the farm is properly working as well, which will probably be fixed next time I start it. So whilst it is kind of quicker to mine the copper from caves, it's also very handy to have an AFK-able way to do it as well. And the sun has now set on this world, so that was 2,500 days in hardcore Minecraft. That's a quarter of the way to 10,000.